started? Why did you? Well,
I needed a breath because I'm all stuffy.
oh
I
my
can't
gosh, dude. How are you? You look beautiful though,
Thank
even though you're stuffy
you.
and tired and
I'm puffy and
being super mommy. It's not easy, I know.
I love you. I love you.
The only reason she says I love you is because it's her asking herself to be patient with me. I know my wife so well. I know her so. Oh, I love you. She's just telling herself.
I love you. Deep breaths. I love you.
She's just telling herself I love him. So I'll be.
I do love you.
I'll be patient.
I do love you.
With you. Let's get our sponsors out of the way. OldSaltCoffee.com. We have given out so many coins, but we still have so many to give out. Old Salt Coffee, Trevino 10. Get a subscription. We send you a beautiful coin. And then
you mixed it up this morning. We usually do the medium roast, and you put the dark roast in the pot.
Oh, yes, I did. Well, no, it was dark roast. I like the dark roast.
You like the dark stuff.
The heavier, the better. And then, of course, Aztec Chevrolet, who has been there for us so much. And I love it when I go home and everybody goes, we're so damn tired of your face. Because they run our commercial.
Are they still running our commercial?
Oh, we need to do another one. But,
we do.
But people are like, oh, God, it's you again.
That's so funny. That was fun to shoot. We should do another one.
We need to do another one. And then, of course, pick Cherries. Pick those cherries, guys. Go to Pick Cherries and download.
They're acquiring all sorts of new podcasts. Every day they're getting more and more podcasts.
350,000 hours of podcasting.
Yeah.
So check it out. Where do we start?
You had an insane week. We talked about how nuts it was going to be last week.
I want to interview you a little bit.
What?
Is motherhood what you thought it would be?
Oh, well, we've talked about it. Have we talked about this? How you basically gave me an ultimatum and you were like, we're going to start making babies this day or time to move on?
Yeah, but it's just like
January 1st, pull the goalie. I was not ready to have them, but motherhood has been a surprising adventure that I love.
It has, and Delilah has been an adventure. And I think what's crazy for us is, and again, I'm not going to harbor anger towards you, even though I do. I feel like, had we had our kids earlier in life, when we just weren't as career busy.
Yeah.
Because it seems like, again, with COVID, with us going 100 miles an hour, and then me taking a jump in my career, and then Delilah coming, it's all been this kind of Captain Evil hurricane that is kind of
Captain Evil hurricane.
Yes, Hurricane Captain Evil has hit.
You know what? I haven't told you this, but on a regular, often I find myself in moments with the kids where I thank my lucky stars and I say, thank you, you knew what you were doing. That I know this sounds terrible, but that we had the miscarriage because there's no way I think we could have navigated these moments in life as fast as they're happening if Garrett and Delilah were closer in age. The saving grace is that...
I mean, of course we would have done it. And of course we
but I would have had a mental breakdown.
Oh, you're very close. You're very close to a mental breakdown.
I find myself just being so thankful and grateful that there is that age gap and that Garrett is the age he is, because when we travel, he knows my tablet goes in the bin. I don't have to take my shoes off until I'm 13. He knows the whole routine, and I can just focus on making sure that Delilah doesn't pee herself.
And I understand you say that. And but in life, I think that there's always going to be, number one, there's always going to be challenges.
Sure.
I think Doc Holliday said it the best. He said in the movie Tombstone, he said, there is no good life, there is no bad life, there's just life.
Yeah.
Right?
You love that movie, Doc Holliday.
Movie.
I think you have lots of Doc Holliday quotes in your back pocket.
But I think that's such a great quote. And he's, that
essentially,
quote,
life is what you make it.
Life is life, and it's going to be difficult and it's going to be hard. And today, me and you had a moment, again, where I think there's a lot of growth in our relationship, and a lot of, me and you both could not be any more tired come Sunday.
Yeah.
Come yesterday, today's Monday, we're filming a little early, but yesterday, I don't think that me and you could have been any more exhausted. You're not feeling well. You're tired. You had a very, very busy week with the kids. I had a monster week, a week that I've never never experienced like that. I mean, it was
Yeah.
crazy. But, we both took a minute today, and you were frustrated, and I was frustrated, and we both stopped ourselves from letting ourselves get to frenzy.
Yeah. Well, no,
You
I
know,
just feel like I have the cold that won't go away because we don't have it like with life the way it is, and you having your craziest week ever. There was not a minute for me to just like shut it down and rest so I can get over
but
it.
I do get frustrated because like today, for example, you go, hey, I want to I want to get better. I want to rest a little more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, no problem. I went to bed freaking earlier than I've ever gone to bed. I think
Yeah.
yesterday, and I said, hey, I got it. Like I'm up. I've now slept a ton of hours. I got it. So then you're like, okay, well I'm gonna lay in bed. I'm like, great. Like I want you to.
Yeah.
So then I grab Garrett. I get Garrett going, and I'm happy to do so. I drop him off at school. I come back from school, and you're awake, and I'm like, I completely and totally had plans.
Well, babe, it's because I'm super mom and it was pirate day at Delilah's daycare today. So I had to get her in her little pirate costume.
But I'm glad you said that because I think that there are times where you do it to yourself. And then if you're going to do it to yourself, you have to ask yourself, all right, if I do want to make sure that I get up and be super mom.
Is Delilah on pirate day worth it? Yes.
Right. But then don't be mean to my husband. You know what I mean? It's like my new joke that I'm writing about. Don't throw parties that you're not invited to, and then be mad at me.
Yeah.
Nobody asked you to make the charcuterie board for our impromptu football party. Nobody asked you to put the chips in another bowl. Nobody asked, which by the way, greatly appreciated, right?
Yeah.
Really cool. Thank you. Yes, it looks nicer. Yes, this is a better snack for us to snack on than the box of pizza.
Yeah.
However, at the end of the night, when you're washing the dishes.
Well, no, but then you have to come home and put Delilah in her pirate costume and get her all dressed up and make sure you get the pictures. Then I'll stay in bed. If I know all that's going to happen, then I'll stay in bed.
But that's not fair to me because had you told me last night, hey, if you wake up, I already put her pirate costume
I already
out.
steamed it, so it's not wrinkly.
Can you make sure that she wears her pirate outfit and her lunch is ready to go? I would like to sleep in. Honey, I'm all about it. And I want you to rest. Like right now when I go after the podcast, go lay down.
Well, I think I am actually.
Go lay down.
Yeah.
Take a NyQuil and pass out till 2:00.
Yeah.
And rest. But again, I tell you to rest. I'm all about it. I want you to rest. And then because you go into super mom mode, then you don't.
No, I mean, listen, today's conversation this morning before the podcast it wasn't just about today. It was about I have been not just super mom to the kids. I've also been trying to play super wife to you and this crazy career, and this cold is like the physical manifestation of the stress getting the best of me and hitting my limit.
I don't know. It could be germs, but I don't know. I mean, you could have done it yourself.
Yeah, but stress takes a toll on your immune system,
Absolutely.
and it is the stress of the past couple of weeks that because everyone had been getting sick and I was still rolling. I hadn't come down, and now it's finally got me.
But again, I've talked about it before. I think that moms are superheroes, and I think that God makes sure that moms are the ones they're the caretakers. They always get sick last, right? Even,
that's what it feels like.
Even your mom, right? Even your mom.
Oh, my poor mom.
Your mom was there for everybody that was sick. And then all of a sudden everybody got healthy. Yeah. And then God goes, okay, mom, now you're sick. Right? Now you go take a break. But again, going back to our conversation where, hey, you already are a super mom and you already are amazing. And it's okay to take a break. It's okay to shut it down. It's okay.
No, and I know that, but I'm basically saying, hey, can it happen now? I've been putting it off. Can it happen now? Is now a good time?
For all of us. I mean, and again, I have set this goal for me that I am going to work my ass off while the kids are young and try to be as involved as possible, obviously. But if I work my ass off now, and by the time Garrett gets to 6th, 7th grade, I can then really cut back on touring, and then I can do, hopefully, God willing, a movie, a TV show, a commercial, where
Yeah.
I'm making other income besides only being on the road, and then going on the road and doing bigger venues where I can do Friday, Saturday, be home Sunday. So
Yeah.
we both are on the same page, and we are both sacrificing now, working our butts off to hopefully, and I will get there,
Yeah.
right? So it is tough, and that was kind of the moment we had before this podcast where we both had to take a second. And I go, hey, it does suck right now.
Yeah.
And we are tired and we are overworked these past few weeks. However, guess what? I'm home this weekend, San Antonio, 2 shows. Then we're all going to go as a family to Houston, enjoy Houston a little bit. And then guess what? We're all going to fly together to Denver. And then we're all going to fly together to Tampa. And we get to be together for the next several weeks.
Yeah.
But it's sometimes we forget to look forward to, oh, the break is coming.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we only look at these past 3 weeks have been impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I got home Sunday, had a Monday off, and it's never off, and then off to Orlando for a corporate gig, which was awesome and amazing.
What was it for? Can you say? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they are a computer system company.
Okay.
Right? So restaurants, you know, they come in and they put in all their
Software system.
and
Okay.
system. You know, very cool people. You know, I really like the guy that hired me. Super awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful place. Great show. And it was fun.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did it. And I got to catch up with Steve Simone.
Oh,
You
no
know?
way.
Yeah, Steve Simone opened. He's so funny, man. Come on.
Oh, I miss that guy. How was he?
He's amazing. He's one of the sweetest, hardworking.
He is a sweet human.
Totally clean comic, super, super religious. And my old roommate,
Yeah.
Renae, and I met.
But he's not a religious comic. He just, as a human being, he's a very spiritual human being.
Yes, he does not miss church, and he volunteers, and,
Yeah.
he goes and he helps kids at the hospital, makes them laugh. He's an amazing human. But I got to see Steve Simone.
Uh-huh.
And then I was back Wednesday. Thursday, I had to drive to Dallas. I came home and I told you I probably slept in a physical bed over the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe 6 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 hours. I mean, it was, and the problem was
You were moving constantly.
oh my gosh, I had to be on the first flight out of Dallas to go to Bakersfield, and then after the Bakersfield show, immediately get in the car after the show, drive back to LAX where I got 2 hours of sleep in a hotel.
Did you? Is that really what it was? 2 hours in a hotel bed before you had to be at the airport?
Yep.
And that's like almost brutal because it's just long enough for you to like get down
Truly
to
fall asleep.
Yes. Yes.
So then haul ass to the airport, haul ass to Atlantic City, got to Atlantic City.
You flew into Philly,
yeah, didn't
right?
even get to fly into Atlantic
How long
City.
is the drive from Philly to Atlantic City?
Like an hour and a half, like an hour 15. Flew into
So also not long enough to fall asleep in the car.
right, but remember, I'm going from West Coast to East Coast, so I'm losing 3 hours by the time I get there.
That's why it was so nutty. Yep.
So
Yep,
then
yep.
I land in Philly, drive to the Borgata, check into my hotel, take a shower, eat dinner, do 2 shows.
So not
and
even
then-
the nap in the hotel bed before your show, which you usually like to sneak in.
And by the way, and as you know, there's no way I'm not coming home right away. So my flight was at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So I had to leave the Borgata at 2 a.m.
Because you flew back out of Philly?
out of Philly. So it was rough, you know, and when I got home, I was, and then it was frustrating because I'm like beat. And again, sometimes, you know, we're not also thinking of the whole perspective, right?
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden I get a text message from you and you're like, I'm sick and I'm exhausted and I need you to come home and help. And I'm like, I'm sick, I'm exhausted, you know. But that's why the conversation that we had this morning, me and you, was,
Yeah. No, and I
Let's
didn't
breathe.
text you while you were there, like, I'm sick, come home and help. I started to feel overwhelmed before you even gotten back. You're like, okay, I'm going to get back and I have this lunch and I have this scheduled and I'm going here and I'm going there. And I was just like, wait a minute. You were supposed to come back and offer me some relief, not come back and hit the ground and head out. Like,
well, and then you were driving me crazy because, again, Supermom, you were like, well, you know, Sunday's the last day of Schlitterbahn. I'll take the kids to Schlitterbahn. I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me you're exhausted. You don't have to go to Schlitterbahn.
Well, no, you said keep the kids busy until I get home. And you're right. Like I've had those discussions with other parents who travel, and like the best thing to do is to keep the kids busy, keep the kids occupied. You're hanging out with other people so they're like entertained. Like sitting at home and vegging out does not help anyone.
Well, but it's crazy because the older your kids get, they end up with a more social calendar than we have. You know, and all of a sudden it's it's Stone's birthday party on Saturday, and then I call you and you're like, I'm wrapping a gift in the back of the car. But I've told you before, like, have Rebecca go and buy 20 gift cards and 20 cards, generic birthday cards.
Yeah.
That way you're not having to rush.
No, we had the gift, we had the cards. My stockpile of happy birthday wrapping paper was out.
So I hope you ordered some.
Yes, we have a tube of wrapping paper.
But
one in the back of my car.
But that's what I always say. Like, you have the ability to think ahead and go, okay, how can I make things easier in the future? So, hey, anybody that's listening, if you invite Garrett to your kid's Christmas party or birthday party, we're getting a gift card. That's what they're getting. But you know what I'm saying? Like, get those gift cards and have them lined up because, man, like, and then grabbing Delilah and keeping Delilah. And Delilah's become such a good little kid. Yeah. But she's so adventurous.
She wants to do everything herself. We've talked about this. She's very independent. And so I'm trying to find ways to encourage it, but it just means everything's really messy. I think we cracked three eggs. Sarah was trying to make your dad potato and egg yesterday morning, and there's 3 cracked eggs everywhere, like, because she wants to mix her own bowl, and she doesn't want to use the play food from a play kitchen. She wants the real shit.
I was cooking yesterday, and all of a sudden she's like, give me the spoon. I want to stir, And of course you want to encourage that, and you don't want to go, well, get away from me, right?
Yeah.
So, but it is hard, and I think that sometimes, looking at our goal and going, okay, well, what is it going to take to get us there?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because, Timmy he goes, Steve, I'm listening to this podcast about life and about how to become successful. And
this is Road Manager Timmy?
Road Manager Timmy. And he goes, it trips me out. He goes, it's all of the things that you practice. He goes, all the things that you do are what this guy talks about.
You're following the 12-step program and you didn't even know it?
It's just how I live my life. I live my life where I set goals and I tell myself I'm going to do it, and I do it. Yeah. How many times have I come to you, and I think I've won you over.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, it like scares me when you put something out there because I'm more reserved about it, and I like, before I share, I'm very cautious, and you immediately put it out there in the
manifest
universe.
It.
Yeah,
you have to manifest it.
You sure do.
And then you have to start creating it, and you have to start envisioning it, and you have to ask yourself, how am I going to get there?
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
I said I was going to do it. Now I got to find a way to make it happen.
Right. And Timmy was like, holy crap, dude. He's like, Steve, I've known you for 25 years. And he goes, and even back then you were like, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Yeah. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And you just keep, and instead of, I always tell people, instead of hitting a wall, what a lot of people do is they try to claw their way through the wall. Right. And they just keep doing the same thing, which is the definition of insanity. And instead, I take a step back and go, there's got to be another way around.
There's a path change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe things are supposed to look slightly different.
And then maybe 50 miles that way, I can go around the wall. Yes, it's going to take that much longer, but I'm going to go that way. I'll walk down this wall till I find the opening. Yeah. And then go around it, and then go to the next wall, and then figure out, how do I get around this wall? How do I get over it? What do I do? Yeah. And it was really cool to hear Timmy go, bro, it's like everything you said, the way you look at life, like, this guy talks about. And I think I won you over, I remember Renae and I literally in our 1-bedroom apartment, and that apartment, maybe 900 square feet.
Are you talking about the one off Melrose Avenue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
900 square feet, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right, probably.
I might be aggressive. I
think 900 feet's about right.
It was tiny.
I mean, it was considered a true one bedroom because the living room
was a wall.
separate. Yeah, there was a wall between the living room and the bedroom and a door, and that's what qualifies as a true one bedroom. And we had that.
Yep.
But that kitchen, the fact that they got a kitchen in that tiny little space is crazy.
But I would so in between the living, our hallway had a little built-in desk.
Well, it was just a built-in cubby, and I
Right.
made it a desk area for us. Yeah,
And I would sit there, and Renae at that time had this from college, had this big
my Mac screen.
Mac screen, and I would sit there and get on the internet, and I would look at homes, big homes and nice homes, and Renae would get so mad, and she'd be like, "We can't afford that shit, and why are you looking at that? I don't want to see that." And I
No,
would be
you
like,
would spend so much time on it. You'd be like, "Babe, come here," and I'd be like, "Why are we spending our time doing this? Like, let's do something else." You would be up late.
"Here we are. You're welcome. I manifested it. I knew that I would do it. I knew how I would do it."
Yeah.
You know, and again, you know, going back to, you know, we have set a goal, right? And that goal is that if I work hard now,
Yeah.
then that buys me more time when the kids are older,
Yeah.
right? So I have to work my butt off right now. And I know that in order to make, but that's another thing. You can't just manifest something and believe in something and not work for it.
Right.
You have to work for it.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. Are you willing to work for it? You know, it goes back to my, you know, real estate. You know, you can have this house that me and my wife sit in right now if you take a step back and be willing to work for it. Are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to have that smaller house? Are you willing to go without the fancy clothes and the boats and
pack your shit up and move every year.
yeah, and sacrifice. With great success comes great sacrifice.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, if you don't want to sacrifice, then don't bitch when you go, "Well, we never ended up in the big house." Well, maybe you shouldn't have got those jet skis. Maybe you shouldn't have got that boat. Maybe you shouldn't have got that RV. Maybe you shouldn't have got those
Oh,
things
but you do
at
a
that
really
moment.
good job of making life fun throughout the hard stuff.
But you have to have fun. But that's like for people coming to me, they go, "Wow, you work hard?" I go, "Yeah, but I have fun."
Like we laughed through the River Rock house when we renovated the kitchen while we were living in it, but we were also like, we won't do that again.
That was tough, man. That was tough. But again,
That was a one and done for
but we
us. I think.
sacrificed.
Yeah.
And I did, you know, I mean, I'm redoing the freaking fireplace. I'm doing everything, painting.
Yeah.
You know, taking out fixtures, replacing fixtures. I mean, we're doing everything. But again, it was a sacrifice and it was hard work. But again, it's okay if you don't want to. But don't go, "Well, I'm going to enjoy my money now, and I want to be in that nice car. I want to be in that nice. I want to have that boat. That's okay too."
Yeah.
You know, that's okay too. But then don't be mad when you go, "Man, I woke up, I'm 50, and I still live in the same small house." Well, it was all the decisions you made to get you there,
Yeah.
right? So, but even Timmy was like, man, he's like, you know, the guy that he's listening to, and he didn't tell me what his name is, but another thing that he says is that every day you choose to be positive.
Yeah.
You choose to have a good day. You choose to overcome. You choose to have a positive outlook.
We really try to do that with the kids in the morning too.
Oh,
knowing that we set the tone for the day in the morning.
I embed that in Garrett.
Yeah.
I mean, and Delilah. And one of the things that I've always done is when I walk in the morning and the first thing, when they see me, I have a huge smile on my face. I'm excited. I'm energetic for the morning. And I go, "Woo, there's my baby, and let's go." And I get them fired up so that they could see that when I wake up, I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
It's like when I hate when people go, "I'm not a morning person," because you've already told yourself you're that. You have already put that in your head, in your blueprint, that you're not a morning person.
Yeah.
You did that to you. You chose to not be a morning person. By every day you go, or the attitude, "Don't talk to me until I have my coffee." You've already done that to yourself. You've created the fact that I'm going to be a bitch. I'm going to be a dick. I'm going to be grumpy until I have my coffee.
Yeah.
So everything that you create.
That's me. Give me my coffee first.
But you create that. You decide in the morning, and if you go to bed at night and you go, tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to have a smile on my face, and I'm going to have a good day.
Yeah.
You will have a good day. Goes back to my hypnosis.
Yeah. My thing is I just like the house. I love the quiet of the house in the morning. Like on the mornings when I'm up before everyone else, even just like 20 minutes is amazing.
So then wake up that 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
So that you get 5 more minutes of that.
Yeah.
Right? But again, it's funny that Timmy goes, man, Steve, all this stuff that's teaching me, he goes, I already have somebody that taught it to me. And we've seen Timmy's life change.
Yeah.
And we've seen Timmy's outlook change. And Timmy talks about it. He goes, man, I didn't realize that I had created my blueprint. He goes, I am exactly what I told myself I would be. He goes, and now because of you, I've completely changed my attitude. And now together we're doing business ventures. Together we're making money. Together we're doing cool stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's like, Steve, I learned it from watching you.
Yeah.
I learned your attitude and your outlook and how you envision it.
And where do you think you learned it from?
I don't know. I do not know. But I remember laying in bed as a child envisioning me on stage. I remember me as a child envisioning my career, envisioning going to LA, and again, my visualization of going to LA did not turn out to be exactly the way I envisioned it, right? Because I found that I didn't like LA, I didn't fit into LA. However, I knew I needed to be there, and because I envisioned in my head that I would go. And what's even crazier, I was like, man, I envisioned getting married late in life.
Yeah.
I envisioned it. I go, I'm not going to get married till at least 35. That's when I'm getting married. So sometimes, is that mom and Sarah and dad?
Must be, yeah.
Sometimes you you visualize things, and you don't, and boom, it happens, and you go, well, fuck, that was my fault. I envisioned that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that for you, you had the envision of what your life was going to be, and then you had a hard time breaking from.
For sure. I was too committed to what I thought the vision was supposed to look like.
And that's another thing. You can't completely commit to the vision. You have to adjust that vision as you go to continue to move forward.
Yeah.
And sometimes that vision is a variation of what you envisioned.
Yeah.
Right? If you visualize, and I just always say, I'm going to have my cake and eat it too. I'm going to have my career. I'm going to have a beautiful, amazing wife. I'm going to have beautiful, amazing children. But with that comes crazy hard work.
Yeah.
With that comes zero sleep.
Yeah.
Was I the most active yesterday when I got home? No. But I got home and I was with my family.
Made it through the day.
And Garrett came up to me and said, Dad, I want to take Grandpa Joe for a ride in the back and check the chickens, and I want to hang out together, me and you. And I said, okay. So I made myself get up, and I took him out there, and we hung out, shot the crossbow a little bit with Garrett, and we hung out, father, son.
Yeah.
And then we went and played ball. I even took him to go play ball.
Oh, that's right. You guys went and played kickball.
And we practiced baseball.
Yeah.
But again, making myself yesterday, right? Because I could have chosen to be like, don't talk to me. I'm tired. I don't have enough energy to take you to go play kickball with the other kids, or practice baseball, or hang out with Grandpa Joe, and you. Yeah. Or I can go, you know what? Suck it the fuck up and enjoy your time.
Yeah.
So it's that's why I'm proud of us, because I think that our discussion this morning was better than normal.
Yeah.
We've been getting better, and we've been talking about it on the podcast.
Well, I mean, we knew it was brutal, right? We knew it was brutal, and we had to get through it.
But going back to visualization, one of the things that we were arguing was about, and I think that you get very stuck in the way you want things to go.
No, listen, I think the thing that I didn't articulate this morning is also that I know you want to do it all, and I'm here to support you as much as possible. But just right now in this moment when everything is crazy, maybe to help the team out, there are some things that you say no to so it's balanced. But you hate hearing that. You don't want to say no to anything.
No,
you want it all. You want to do it all. So that never sits well with you.
But the hard part is, if I say no to I've already given up golf completely. I love to play golf. Loved to play golf.
Yeah.
But I have already given up golf completely.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I don't play golf at all anymore because it takes too much time and I'm away from the family even more, and it's just not worth it to me. So I've completely given up golf completely. And then we talk about you where you're like, I need girl time.
Yeah.
And I have not had guy time. So if I start saying no to guy time, then all I'm doing is work and family. And you don't ask yourself to do that. You don't expect yourself to do that.
No, I canceled on. I was really looking forward to a mom's dinner on Friday night, and I'd arranged to have the kids looked after so that I could do that. But I just physically, I was like, I'm not going to make it to this dinner's at 7:45. I'm not going to make it that late. I was already in my pajamas and exhausted and watching a Halloween movie with the kids in bed.
But because you were tired and exhausted.
Yeah.
Had you been in a good mood, had you been not tired and not sick, you probably would have gone.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair for me to tell you not to take that time.
No, but we also talked about that too. With you being gone so much and the kids really feeling the effects of that, it being more important than ever for me to be there for the kids and for me to be doing that at bedtime, because Garrett already feels lost is not the right word, but Garrett is already very much feeling the effects of you not being there. And so when I'm not there too, we have seen that it is more dramatic than it had been.
Well, and that's fair on Garrett's point. However, looking at our next month, not only are we going to be together for the next 3.5 weeks as a family and traveling and doing cool stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Then I'm gone for a week, and then I'm gone for 3 days.
Yeah.
Away from the family.
And then it's Halloween, and then it's Thanksgiving, and then it's Christmas.
Yeah. But I'm taking all the Halloween off.
Yeah.
So now I'm finally 3 weeks together as a family, getting to go to Denver together, getting to go to Tampa together, and bringing your parents.
Yeah.
Right. And bringing your parents, and I've already said, let's get a nice place in Tampa.
Yeah.
So that we can enjoy a swimming pool and a beach and fish and do cool things.
Yeah.
And then I have to
regroup.
Then I'm home together Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I leave Thursday. I'm gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back on Sunday. It's Halloween.
Yeah.
And I have a week off with the family. So yes, these past 3 weeks have been insane, but looking at now, and don't get me wrong, my thing tomorrow, I would have totally canceled had I looked at the calendar and gone, okay, I can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but we have some relief coming up.
Yeah, we have relief coming up. So again, me being responsible and going, yes, it's been difficult, but I do need this time. And I know that I'm having tons of family time for the next month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is tough and it is hard. And I do want to do everything because, but again, if I didn't have that attitude, then I would have said no to Garrett and my dad yesterday.
Yeah.
If I had that attitude, I would have said, look, dude, I'm not taking you to the neighborhood park to play kickball.
But you know what the truth is? And it's the hard part of parenting, right? You're just exhausted, and
I'm never exhausted.
I am. And it is easier to just turn on the TV and let him watch. But the truth of the matter is, Garrett zombied out watching YouTube on the couch. He doesn't know the difference. I mean, I don't want to say he doesn't know the difference if you're here or not, but it's very different. The fact that you carved out that time to go do that with him was what he needed.
And I know that. And I'm happy to do it. And I did it with a good attitude. And I did it with good energy.
But it's not easy. What I'm saying is I know it's not easy. Holy hell, it's hard.
But for me, it is because of my outlook on life. Because of the hypnosis. Because I tell myself.
You swear by that hypnosis.
But because I'm going to be a winner. I'm going to win. I'm going to be there for my children. I'm going to be there for my wife. And I'm going to perform.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have it all because I have envisioned it.
Yeah.
Because I see it. And if I choose to have a bad attitude, if I choose to be grumpy, then none of that gets accomplished.
Yeah.
You wake up every day and you go, today's going to be better today than it was yesterday.
No.
You know, and it cracks me up because, we do carpool in the mornings and sometimes Jeff, our neighbor, calls and goes, buddy, I know you're tired. I'll take him. And I go, no. I'll be up.
Yeah.
I'm going to be up. I'm going to be there. I want to be there with my kid. I'm never not, if I'm home and able to take my kid to the school.
Yeah.
There's no, like to this morning, you go, just sleep. I'm like, no, I just got home. This is my first Monday to wake Garrett up and take him to school. I will be there. And I'm not going to lay here and rest. I already rested. I did what I needed to do yesterday. Yes, I was exhausted. Yes, I went to sleep early, but boom, let's reset.
Yeah.
Let's go. Showtime, baby. And again, but that's the same reason I wear these tank tops every day. And that's another philosophy that people talk about, the philosophy of successful people, they wear the same thing every day.
Oh, yeah. It's like you save decision fatigue, right? You don't want decision fatigue, so you save your decisions for the things that matter, and the things that don't, they become routine.
I wear the same shoes,
yeah,
same shorts, the same tank tops.
Don't waste your thought and energy
the same
on
hat,
that.
and I put them on and I go.
Yeah.
And I don't think about.
Meanwhile, I rent my clothes and have a different outfit every episode. That's different. This one's really cute. It was worth the thought process.
You do look extra cute. You do look extra cute, and you probably shouldn't have done that because you're going to be more tired tonight.
Ah ha ha ha.
But again, like this weekend, for example, I had a moment where I was like, and man, I was so tired. Bakersfield's the day I was tired.
Yeah, that it caught up to you.
And by the way, that show was amazing. I love Bakersfield. And,
yeah.
We get to see Jen and Jeremy, the whole thing. But that was the day that I was like, man. Thursday I showed up, boom, ready to go, ready to do my show.
Yeah.
The Majestic Theater is beautiful.
In Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Philip came out, my partner in Helicopters for Heroes. He brought his friends. We had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Just tell me to call him back.
We are podcasting, sir. Can I call you right back?
Yes, sure.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Had a wonderful time. But there was a moment where I looked back and I'm like, I don't know how I did it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I was able to. I mean, I know how. It's my mental, where my head is.
Yeah.
And the hypnosis and, But man, I slept in a bed 6 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And when I look back I'm like, holy crap, I did it. And I got home and I still hung out with my kids and I still had the best attitude I could have had.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know how this episode ended up here, but it is an episode about positive attitude.
Yes.
It really is.
And Hurricane Captain Evil, apparently.
Hurricane Captain Evil coming through the house, just tearing shit up.
When can I put up Halloween decorations in the podcast studio?
Renae,
Can we just have them up for a whole month?
you do whatever you want to do. And I can't believe that you're saying that there's more Halloween decorations.
No, what happens is I bought stuff this year, and so I end up with, I don't want to call them the reject decorations, but I end up with the tub of decorations that haven't gotten put out yet. And so I have some things that can go in here.
Well, I'm frustrated because my social media presence is suffering.
Why?
Because I want to show the crazy shit you're doing, and you're like, no, you can't. And
I'm
no,
not
I'm
done.
doing special things. And everybody needs to follow my Instagram.
No.
And so the other day, I'm
still
like,
placing things.
Renee's putting up Halloween decorations, and I pull my shit out, and I'm like, oh my God, people, look at this. No, you can't
It's
do that.
not
and
done
I'm
yet.
like, well, can I not show stuff on my social media?
You can't reveal it until it's done. You
No,
can show
and-
it once I'm done. No, because then people get all judgy.
No, but that's the
It has
problem.
to look right.
Speaking of
It has
personalities,
to be done.
Miss Perfection over here. See, you haven't seen any of the stuff she's doing because it's not perfect. And me, I'm like, look, check this out, check this out, check this out. And we keep moving forward. Anyway, got to wrap it up.
So Halloween decorations might. I'm having a hard time waiting till October 1st to put up Halloween decorations here in the studio.
But I love you.
I love you.
I love doing life with you.
I'm glad you got through your very, very, very hard week. Are you looking forward to San Antonio and Austin?
Very excited. Oh, it's gonna.
Sorry, not Austin, San Antonio and Houston this weekend.
It's gonna be crazy, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to have some fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Captain Evil will let me have fun and enjoy.
I was gonna say you're gonna be running from one show to the next. That's the thing with this theater tour. I don't know how much time there is for fun.
I'll find it. We love you guys. Please support our sponsors. I am Steve Trevino, and this is my beautiful wife, Captain Evil, just being evil. Love you guys. Thank you.